pretty shocking news, Lauren. I was pretty shocked when I heard about this. Los Angeles Lakers guard Alex Caruso was arrested in Texas for marijuana possession and drug paraphernalia. And both charges are misdemeanor charges, so I'm not so sure what's going to happen. But this was all according to the Texas A&M police, where he was arrested. He was arrested in that area, Mario. And the lieutenant of Texas A&M Police Department, Bobby Richardson, he told ESPN's Ramona Shelburne that around 2 p.m. Central Time, Caruso tried to board the flight at Easterwood Airport in College Station, Texas, which is located on the Texas A&M property. In the Transportation and Security Administration, they searched his bags, and then they found the herb grinder, which is, in case you don't know, it's how you grind the weed. So you can put it in a blunt or a joint or whatever you smoke. And that grinder contained the marijuana in it. And according to the online records, Mario, he was arrested for possession of less than 2 ounces of marijuana, and then he was released after a posting bond. Now a little bit on Alex Caruso. He did play at Texas A&M, and he's now an unrestricted free agent this offseason. So who knows? Maybe he'll go to another team, or maybe he'll stay with the Lakers. Which, by the way, he's been there since 2017. But he's been mostly a bench player, Mario. But for the last 4 seasons, but this past season, Mario, he averaged 6.4 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 2.8 assists in 58 games this past season. So I'll start off with you first, but before I do, this article was written by ESPN. So your thoughts on Alex Caruso getting arrested for the weed?
Well, first of all, I'm a little disappointed. Alex Caruso is one of my favorite players in the league, and I know what people are going to say, you're an Alex Caruso lover. I don't care. Okay, Alex Caruso is one of my favorite players in the league. But yeah, in this type of case, I'm disappointed because I felt like again, if he smokes weed and that's like his choice, obviously everybody has like different options, and I feel like most people in this world do smoke weed. But in this certain type of instance, what he should at least did was get the knowledge before he got on that plane. At least look it up, at least get the knowledge. Like, am I allowed to have weed on this plane? So hopefully next time he goes on a plane, hopefully he realizes like, hey, I shouldn't be bringing weed on this plane, because after what happened, after getting arrested now, again, it was 2 misdemeanor charges, so nothing really bad's gonna happen to him. He ended up paying the bond, and he ended up and he was fine after that. As far as the misdemeanor charges, the worst thing that could come to it, Nate, is probably I couldn't even tell you, Nate. Maybe he goes to court and that's about it. I don't think he's getting any prison time for that. That'd be a little extreme. It's only less than 2 ounces. Like, it's not that bad. Most likely he was just gonna bring it on to smoke. You don't know whether I don't know if he was going to smoke it on the plane. That's probably not allowed. I don't know if he was going to smoke it when he got off. I'm not quite sure. But all I know is overall, next time, hopefully he learns, like, look, next time I shouldn't bring this on this plane because of what happens. In airports, they're very strict. They're very strict the way you bring on. Some airports, they wouldn't let you bring on like water to the plane or whatever the case might be. Or, they're they limit you on like what you can bring onto the plane and stuff like that, Like last time I was at the airport, I asked the guy, I was like, am I allowed to have this water on the plane? And he said no. So I had to like drink the water quick and throw it away before I got on the plane. Some airports are just like that. But overall, Nate, I just hope he learns. I just hope he like learns from this, and next time he gets on a plane, he remembers like, look, I'm not allowed to have weed on here. It's as simple as that. But obviously we're not going to be too hard on Alex Caruso. It's less than 2 ounces of weed. It's not going to kill nobody, and he didn't do anything to harm nobody. So that being said, I wish him the absolute best of luck coming next season. I'm not sure who he's going to be. Again, like you said, he's an unrestricted free agent, so we don't know where he's going to be. But overall, I wish him the best of luck come next season.
Right, Mario. When I look at it, one thing I actually forgot about what the NBA did is that they stopped the random drug testing. So, if you know what I mean. But when I look at this, Mario, you got to be very careful where you have weed, especially in the airport, because when it comes to America, Mario, especially when it comes to marijuana and weed and all that, it's not equal. You know what I mean? Like, this is not equal. Some states fully legalize it. Some states fully legalize it, and then there are some states where they have it legal to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like, there are some states that have it decriminalized. So basically, what that means is like you don't face prison time, you don't face charges or anything like that. But if it continues to happen, then you will, because you have so many repeated offenses. There are some states where they legalize it medically, and then there are some states where they legalize it medically and decriminalize. I know Rhode Island is one of those states, but they're I've been reading the news a lot, Byron. They're actually on the verge of trying to make weed legal here in Rhode Island. So you got to be very, very careful where you do it. I know South Carolina fully legalizes it, so I'm not sure if you've ever ran into weed smokers down there. But hey, look, if you smoke weed, that's your thing. You know what I mean? But especially when it comes to airports or states that fully legalize it or they have it legalized to a certain extent, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? Because some cops are going to treat it differently than others. And, obviously, if you go into an airport, they're very strict, like you mentioned. You sometimes you can't even bring a water bottle on an airplane. Sometimes they'll provide that to you. But yeah, you just got to be very, very careful what's going on, especially in the airports. So ever since 9/11 happened, Mario, the airports have been extremely strict and for good reason, too. So something like that never happens again. They've been, and I'm fine with that, but again, if you're gonna smoke weed, that's your thing, and I don't mind. They're doing their thing. They ain't bothering me. You know what I mean? So y'all do your thing out there. Just be careful where you do it, because some cops will treat it differently than others. So do be careful on that. And it also depends on what state you're in too. So with that being said, if you want to know more about like what states legalize it or illegalize it or have it legal to a certain extent, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below if you want to go check it out. But with that being said, as for Alex Caruso, I'm not sure where he's gonna go this off season. So with that being said, best of luck to Alex Caruso, and yeah, just be careful what you do with your weed. Be careful where you do it, and have fun with yourselves.